So, Novak Djokovic has just announced that he's stepping away completely from the PTPA, the player association that he helped create. And the reason he gives is big: transparency, governance, and how his voice and image have been represented. Today I'm going to break down 1. What the PTPA is and what it's done, 2. The key moments from the launch to now, and 3. What Djokovic leaving actually changes, especially with those lawsuits still rolling. If you've heard PTPA for years but never had a clean timeline, then this is the full story in plain English. And stick around, because the most important part is at the end. What happens now to the legal fight, player services, and the PTPA's credibility? Djokovic says he's stepping away completely from the Professional Tennis Players Association. He cites ongoing concerns about transparency and governance and says his voice and image have been represented in ways he's not comfortable with. He also says the original vision he shared with Vasek Pospisil, giving players a stronger independent voice, no longer aligns with the organization's current direction. That's not a small disagreement. That's a "we're not aligned at all" statement. So to understand why this matters, we need a quick timeline.
A short timeline of the PTPA.
Back in 2019, Djokovic and Pospisil start pushing the idea of an independent player body, something closer to how other sports have player unions or associations. Then in 2020, the PTPA is launched publicly around the US Open period. And right away, the reaction is split. Supporters say players finally need a real voice. Critics say this divides tennis. Then, late 2020, you get a major early flashpoint. The ATP changes rules around conflicts of interest, and Djokovic and Pospisil pull out of ATP Player Council election involvement, an early sign that the PTPA and tennis institutions are going to clash. In 2021, the PTPA starts formalizing. It appoints its first executive director and builds more of an actual organization structure, not just a headline. And it begins pushing publicly on governance and transparency issues, basically saying players deserve a seat at the table in long-term strategic decisions. In 2022, the PTPA hires Ahmed Nassar as executive director, someone with US sports business and player rights experience. Then you see a shift. It isn't only about politics, it's also about practical benefits and commercial leverage. A for-profit affiliate is created to pursue licensing and commercial opportunities for players. In 2023, the PTPA forms a player executive committee including Djokovic, Ons Jabeur, Paula Badosa, John Isner, Hubie Hurkacz, Bethany Matek-Sands, Zheng Sai, and Pospisil, trying to show it's not just one guy and not just one tour. 2024 is when the PTPA leans hard into services, medical network support, mental fitness programs, travel perks, and broader global services for players on the road. This is important. The PTPA starts trying to be useful day to day, not just political. Then 2025 is where everything escalates. The PTPA launches pro bono legal support for players in integrity or anti-doping type situations. But the massive movement is March 2025. Major legal action filed against tennis's governing bodies, accusing the system of anti-competitive practices and arguing that the structure suppresses player earning power and harms welfare. And here's the key detail. Djokovic says he supports parts of the goal, but he is not a named plaintiff. And he openly says he disagrees with parts of the approach and the language. So even before today, Djokovic wasn't fully married to the legal strategy. Then the tours fight back hard. Motions to dismiss, challenges to standing, arbitration arguments. Basically, this shouldn't even be in court. First, do the lawsuits stop? Probably not, because Djokovic wasn't a named plaintiff, but, and this is a big but, his exit becomes ammunition. The tours and governing bodies have already pushed a narrative that the PTPA doesn't truly represent players. When the founder and the biggest star walks away citing governance and representation problems, that's a PR gift to the other side. Legally, it might not change filings tomorrow, but strategically, it changes the public battlefield. Second, do the player support programs collapse? Not automatically. The medical support, mental fitness, travel benefits, global services, these are operational programs with partners and staff. Djokovic didn't say these services are bad. He said he has concerns about how the organization is run and how he's being represented. But optics matter. Losing Djokovic could make it harder to recruit star ambassadors, keep sponsors comfortable, and scale benefits over time. Third, credibility. With top players, it's a hit because Djokovic is the biggest possible symbol. And when he leaves, citing transparency and governance problems, it undercuts the PTPA's core branding. With lower ranked players, it could go either way. Some will think, uh-oh, others will think this is bigger than one star and stay for the practical benefits and legal push. But either way, the PTPA now has a simple problem. It has to win credibility through results, not through Djokovic. So what should we watch now? 3 things: court developments, whether dismissals succeed or whether cases move forward into discovery. Settlements, if more organizations choose a Tennis Australia style path rather than years of court war. Player alignment, do we see more top players publicly join or quietly distance themselves? Because the next phase is simple. Either the PTPA proves it can deliver real change and real value, or it becomes a cautionary tale about tennis politics. What do you think? Does Djokovic leaving weaken the PTPA permanently, or does it force it to become more professional and accountable? Drop your take in the comments section below. Give us a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.